I understand the concept burning the house. I imagine you don't want people to literally burn the house. But is this a
No, no,
metaphor for losing all the
I
bondages?
want literally them to burn their house.
Yes.
I emphasized literally. House is not, the roof, the walls, the windows. This is not house. House is our attachment. I literally want you to burn
Yes.
that attachment.
Yes.
See, there is a suppose fire. Suppose you see there is fire there in the bush.
Yes.
You say, okay, you will try to, you know, turn the tap on and you want to get rid of the fire. And if you can't, then you simply can't do much. You will ring the fire fire brigade. You ring 000 and you tell them that there is a fire in the bush.
Yes.
But then you will go to your room, you will have your dinner, and you will sleep also. But suppose if there is fire in your room, if your cottage is in fire, then what you will do? Then it will be not like the fire in the bush. Then
No.
you will try to get rid of the fire, as soon as possible. Or if not, you will save anything. You will try to save something, that which is important. You will try to save it. Or if you don't try to save anything else, you will try to save at least yourself. You know, you will do efforts there. For this fire, you will not do much effort.
No.
But for that fire, you will do effort.
You do anything.
So that's what you need. That great effort
Yes, at any cost.
at any cost you need. You know that you have to do it.
Master, this might be a good time for me to introduce you
Yes.
for the first episode of the podcast or the video for anyone that's
Yes.
watching. So, some people refer to you as Ravi. I call you Master. Master grew up in the foothills of the Himalayas in his hometown of Rishikesh, one of the famous spiritual places on this earth.
Pseudo spiritual.
Pseudo-spiritual. And before moving to Australia, Ravi taught many students from all across the world, bringing light on these ancient philosophies and bringing light on these great masters from the East and the West. Ravi has a warm smile and a kindness that instantly puts you at ease. He is joyful, positive, and warm, with an open and curious mind. Listening to his words can help transform your presence and reach a greater level of awareness. He continues to teach, offer public discourse, and run retreats in northern New South Wales and Australia, guiding students in their sadhana. Sadhana is the path of enlightenment, the journey from the ego self to the true self. In this episode, I'll be asking the Master questions about his early life and his path to enlightenment. So, Master, welcome. Thank you for having me here and giving me this great opportunity to talk with you and create these podcasts.
I'm very, very happy to be here.
And I have a question I would like to start with.
Yes.
Initially, what led you to the spiritual path?
Yes. Very beautiful question. And this is not just, you're not asking this question from me only. You are asking this question for anybody who is listening right
Yes.
now. Why a spiritual path? But I ask you a counter question. Why not? What should not lead me here? Because if you are conscious, if you have little bit of conscious left in you, you will want to come out of this madness. So you don't have to have the knowledge of rocket science
No.
to come to the path of enlightenment. It is common sense. The craziness is around us. Every day we see our mother depressed. Every day we see our father depressed, drink. Every day we see domestic violence around us. You know, every day we see the worst of the politics. Every day we hear about the wars. Every day we hear so many people are committing suicide. Every day we hear violence. So it is not a very, you know, very strange thing that you will want to look for an answer. That is this what I am here for? That's it. Is this the this craziness? That's it.
That's it.
From the kindergarten, you know, in the early education, what they're teaching children to be ready for the jobs in the future.
Correct.
Job ready, university ready, a kindergarten child. This is the this is enough now. You know, let this child play. You know, let this child develop the relationship with the nature. Let this child find the his place in this great vastness, in this great existence. Let him grow. Let him be. So I start walking on the path of enlightenment because I know that there is something beyond this craziness,
There is, yes.
more blissful, more beautiful than our dysfunctional families, more beautiful beyond our dysfunctional societies, our dysfunctional governments, you know, something there, more.
At
And
what age did you feel this? Did you
I
realize
always,
there is something more?
yes, I always have this, but at the age of 16, when I gave my examination for the high school, so in India, when you give your examination, they call board exams in the 10th standards. So then there is a big gap between when the day you do your final exam and then when the result comes. Result comes late. So in that meantime, you know, children they go to holidays or you know they relax because they work, they study very hard. You know, it is very crazy exams. You know, many children even commit suicide. The pressure is so much.
We have something very similar with the students around 17 or 18.
Yeah.
Their year 12 exams.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in India, we have board exam in year 10 and
Yes.
in year 12.
Yes.
In those time, maybe the format a bit changed now, but at that time, that was the format. So one day, whenever I come back from the school, when my school finished, so I come back. So I was grown up in Rishikesh. So while coming back to the home from school, I saw this hill, this mountain there, and there is like one big mountain, and there is two small mountains on the sides, and it's like an invitation. You know, someone is opening his arm and want me to come and hug. So this like this a random, you know, thought I receive in my mind when I see the mountain. So and every time I saw that, but then it's just there and I don't focus on it much. So after the exams one day I thought, oh I was just waiting for my results and I think, oh let's walk. You know, let's go up to the base of that mountain, that hill. And then I come back. So I love to go for long walks and I do a lot of running also
Yes.
those days. So I thought that maybe I will leave in the morning, and then I will be back before dark. I will be back easily. So I start walking. When I was walking, so that hill is close to the town above Rishikesh, a small village. It's called Shivpuri. So I start walking towards Shivpuri. So I was continuing walking. I got nothing in my possession. Just just a sandal I was wearing and normal cloth. That's it. Not even water or anything. So I was walking and I reach close to that hill, and then I sit there for you know quite a good time I spent there. And then I thought, oh, now I should go back because it's getting now dark.
Yes.
But then I thought, oh, let's, you know, I will just go little bit more further, then I will come back. So I walk and I walk and I didn't stop because something is just want me to continue walking towards Himalayas. And I was thinking, oh, it's getting late now. I have to go back. So then it was very late, dark already. Then I thought if I go back now, I will reach back home middle of the night. So I saw a man on the road and he asked me, where are you going? I told him that I just came here. He said that, oh, it's too late now, you come. And there is a small monastery there. So he welcomed me, come to the monastery, spend your night, eat some food. He asked me, did you eat anything? I said, no, I didn't eat anything. He said, come. So I went with him down just near the bank of the river Ganges there. So I went down with him and he offered me dinner and then the bed. He said, you rest here. And in the morning time, they offer breakfast.
Was this your first time visiting a monastery?
No. In Rishikesh, there is monastery in every street.
Okay.
And monasteries are very generous. Some of
Okay,
them, they give
yes.
free food and everything.
Beautiful.
So
Yes, so you stay the night.
yes,
had some
in the
food.
morning time when I wake up, they offer the breakfast. And then I said, now I'm leaving. Thank you for the night. And the head of that monastery, he asked me to come close to him. And he give me 500 rupees, which is like $10.
Yes.
So $10 is too much. In 2004, it is too much.
Yes.
So I said, no, I don't need it. I live in Rishikesh. I live nearby. And I can just walk. I don't even need to catch any bus or anything. But the monk, he looked at me and he smiled. He said, you will need it. And he gave me that. And I said, why I will need it? But anyway, he insists, so I took. Then I come up from the base of the hill. I come up to the road to walk back to Rishikesh. But then, rather than walking towards Rishikesh, I start walking opposite to Rishikesh, more towards Himalayas.
Yes.
And I thought, what I'm doing? Then I thought, okay, that's why it's early morning right now.
Yes.
I just go a little bit more further, then come back. And I start walking. And for 6 months, that walk never finished. I kept walking towards the Himalayas. Something is calling me. And I just kept walking.
Beautiful.
And meditating on the roadside or near the river Ganges, because Ganges flows with you all the way to the Himalayas.
Yes.
So on the bank of Ganges, I just keep walking. Different towns I came across. Deprayag, Srinagar. So beautiful towns I have came across. Rudraprayag, Karnaprayag, Chamoli, everywhere I went. And 6 months I spent this way
Beautiful.
in wandering in the Himalayas, looking, you know, something is calling me and I'm looking for something. Because in school I was thinking that this cannot be it.
Yes.
That I am studying here, and after I study, I will just actually getting ready in school so that I can work in a company.
Mm.
I can work in anywhere. This is
Was
not it.
was this something your parents wanted you to do?
My mother,
Your mother.
yeah, she wants me to after finishing my high school and my intermediate,
Yes.
12th grade, she want me to do this course called MBA.
Uh-huh.
It's called Master of Business Administration. She want me to be a MBA because it sounds very nice.
Yes. She must have been surprised when you became a different type of master.
So, like every mother, she think that she owns me.
Yes.
Like every mother, every father think that they own their child. So she thinks that too, because and it's normal also in the society. Mother, father want to dictate
Yes.
what we should do, because and it's their habit, from childhood they are dictating us when to sleep, when to wake up, when to go to school, when to come back, when to go for the dance classes, when to go for the footies. They dictate, so they start believing that it's their birthright to keep dictating us throughout our life. And then they are not very happy when in adult age a kid revolt and he say, no, I don't want to do that. So they feel upset, and they know tactics. They know when to cry, they know how you will get upset, and they know you when you will listen to them.
Mm.
So they know all they are master of it. They know how to mold you,
Yes.
how to make you do what they want by hook, or by crook. Anyway, so but it's a great awakening for my mother when I didn't came back for 6 months.
Yes.
Even after one night, 2 nights, she started thinking that maybe I'm dead,
Yes.
or don't know, because in India it's not very you know rare.
Yes.
People, they
They go
disappear, they die. There is a big population, and every day 1,000 people go missing.
Yes.
Somebody kill them, somebody run away. Some people run away also. So my mother knows that he must be dead. When 1 week, 2 week pass, when 1 month passed, she realized that my son is no more now. He's gone. And when I came back after 6 months, when I
Possibly we
come
could
back,
save that story for another episode.
yeah,
We could find out what exactly happened during the 6 months.
yes,
Okay. So yeah, sorry. When you came back, what was the reaction of your mother?
yes. So when I came back, so the people in my town,
Yes.
in my neighborhood, we all know each other. They all know me, and when they see I'm coming back, they surprise. First of all, they don't realize because I become very very skinny at that time
Yes.
because of walks, only walks,
Yes.
and when I came back, my mother, somebody ran away and said, "Hey, Ravi is back," and my mother could not believe her ears,
Yes.
and she just run from the house to receive me with surprise and with she's not believe that it's truth. It's good. It's a real news.
Yes.
So she came and she saw me and she just hugged me
Yes.
very very badly and tightly. And then I told her one thing, that mother, I don't want to do MBA.
Uh-huh.
She looked at me and she said that you are alive. That is enough for me. Now whatever you want to do with your life,
Wow, that's
you
beautiful.
are alive.
Yes.
That's all I want.
And from then on, do you feel that she supported you in your spiritual path?
Every step.
Very good.
Every step, because after that I continuously travel Himalayas
Yes.
in the summer months, from the month of April to the month of October and mid of the November. I live in the Himalayas, and she always welcome my decision, and she never asked me anything. She never asked me anything else in life after that. She is happy that my son is alive because she have gone through that. And I think every parent, it is good for the parents to celebrate the existence of their kids
Yes.
rather than expecting you know expecting a fortune from them, expecting everything, demanding them to how to live, what to do, what not to do, and how not to live. So it is important to give that freedom,
Yes.
but we are not able to do it because the system have trained us not to do that. They don't want humans of no use. A human is of no use. They want machine
Yes.
because machine can work. Machine don't even think, you know.
Yeah,
So
machine won't be sitting here on a Friday. They'll be working very hard.
working very hard and enjoying also,
Yes.
because they feel this, that, oh, I'm doing this job and I love my job. No, you don't love your job. You are lying.
Yeah, I speak to many people and they get a great satisfaction out of being efficient, being
Yeah.
useful, productive.
Yeah.
Brings them a great sense
Of worth.
of worth.
Yeah. That's what we're looking, because that's what mother father has told us, that you have no worth unless you do something. Unless you will be busy with something.
Yes.
Unless you are doing something productive, then you have no worth. Unless you not achieving something. So we actually have anxiety to sit. Sometimes I ask people to just sit, they become uncomfortable.
Yes.
I say, what? Not doing anything? At least let me read the book. At least let me do meditation. They want, they are happy to do human meditation.
Exactly. Yeah.
In,
Because
in pseudo spirituality of Byron Bay,
yes.
everybody is a meditator.
Yes.
But nobody can just sit.
I'll share an experience. Yesterday afternoon, I was watching the sunset. Very cloudy, but the sun was setting behind. And within me, there was a great rising, this feeling of I should be doing something. I knew in my mind there was tasks I wanted to complete. I wanted to do some preparation for this podcast today. And I just sat and just watching the feeling rising inside me like a raging bull. And after sitting with that feeling for 10 minutes, eventually it lifted and I was able to sit very peacefully watching the clouds and watching the trees. What advice do you have for people when they're trying to sit, but everything inside of them is telling them to do something else?
Yes. Well, there is no shortcut. It's a years and years of practice. You have been trained that way, that you will feel no worth in yourself if you don't do anything.
Yes.
So it's a big training you have received from your childhood. After the age of 8, you just can't sit.
Yes.
They have trained you to do something. They don't want their son, their daughter is just sitting and enjoying a beautiful sunrise. Because you will, if you do that, you will make them uncomfortable.
Yes.
So they want you to do what they're doing. To work hard in your school, in your football, in your anywhere. Do something. So that training which you have received for your whole your life, my words or anybody's words will not going to bring any change. But it's important that you think. So I can only speak so that I can force you to think. That is my work. That is my great, you know, bliss. I want you to think. That's it. Because you are not thinking. You stop thinking. After the age of 8, you stop thinking.
Yes.
After the age of 8, you become very intelligent. You become very efficient, but you're not thinking. Computer is very intelligent and very efficient. Machines are very intelligent, very efficient. They even have artificial intelligence now, but they don't think.
Yes.
You know, so you are very efficient. You are a good doctor, you are a good engineer, you are a good educator, you are a good teacher, you are a good musician, you are a good painter. You are good, you are very efficient, but you don't think. Van Gogh thinks. Van Gogh, he thinks. Before he do paint, he thinks, and it's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing we are born with, that we
Yes.
can think.
Yeah, I think anyone that sees that painting, Starry Night, or any of his paintings,
Yes.
they really feel.
Because he think before that. That's why we don't let him live. We killed him. We murdered him. He didn't commit suicide. Nobody commits suicide. We murdered people. Nobody in the world ever committed suicide. Suicide is a wrong word. It should be considered as passive murder.
Passive murder,
You know.
which we're all responsible.
We are, and this whole system is responsible for that.
Yes. Can you see in the future a change coming to this system?
No,
No.
it will not come.
It will not come.
Not in
Why?
the system.
Not in the system.
But I can see the changes coming in individual.
An individual.
And that is important.
Yes.
And that is what I'm here for.
Beautiful.
To inspire, to make you think.
Yes.
Even for a moment, you come across me, I want you to think. That's it. You should have taste of thinking.
Yes.
You forget thinking. I just want you to have a small taste so you can think. That's all I want.
Wow.
And there will be no change in the system. System never change. Socrates tried.
Yes.
You killed him. Democratically, Socrates killed. There is a vote. People voted. There is a whole council sits, and they decide that Socrates is wrong.
Guess nothing has changed. Not too long ago, we're voting if same-sex couples can even be together.
That's it. So some few extra people voted against. So majority voted against him. Minority voted in his favor.
Yes.
So he received the death penalty. You killed a vibrant man. A man whom even today, people's intellectuals, they wonder why this man thinks like that.
Yes.
Why this man think like that? Nothing is important in this world except a thinking man. A man who thinks, he is human. A man who don't think, he is politician. He is a doctor. He is a employee. He is an employer.
Yes.
They don't think.
From what I can see with these, the way our modern society is built on, it's based on power. It's a top-down approach.
Yeah.
One person at the top is dictating everyone below
Yeah.
them, which I suppose is a relatively new concept. If I give an example of the First Nations people of Australia,
Yeah.
the Indigenous people of this country were happily living for over 100,000 years, but without the structure based on power, based on community. Can you ever see us moving into societies like this? It doesn't have someone at the top, but it's built upon relationships.
Well, the most important thing is not only with Australian indigenous people, but people around the world. Man is hungry of power. hungry of power and hungry of possession. And no race and no country, no people are untouched by it. You know, from outside, we see that one is right, one is wrong.
Yes.
But there is different shades. You know, there is not just black and white. What I'm speaking about is that there is always a continuous friction. Like in India, today we see a big country, India. In the past, before British came to India, it is not a India like this today. Before, there is almost more than 600 individual kingdoms. British came, British rule over those kingdoms. You know, they make them afraid of each other because these kingdoms always fight with each other.
Yes.
They always fight with each other, and they always want to overpower each other. You know, a foreign agency came and figure it out very easily that they're fighting with themselves, so it's not very hard to stop.
Yes.
You know, stop them.
Yes.
It's not very hard. They realize it. It's not very hard. They're already fighting. We just have to manipulate, like in the game of cricket.
Yes.
You know, you have to. It's a game of wrist. That's it. A good batter, what he do, he just use the force of the bowler, you know, and he twist his wrist,
Yes.
and the ball touch the bat, and he don't do much. He just slightly guide the ball,
Yes.
the force towards the boundary.
Uh-huh.
If he use his own force to, first of all, the force with the ball is coming, and then he hit, so then he have to counter the force, then he have to apply more force here. But a smart batsman, he just use the same force and slide the ball where he want to slide it,
Yeah.
where he want it to be reached.
Yes.
So it is definitely unfortunate that British, you know, they have ruined so many cultures, so many countries. You know, it is very unfortunate. Not only British, Portuguese,
Yes.
French, Dutch, you know, Spanish, they ruined the world all over. You know, and you will see the ruins everywhere in the world. But what is actually hurting us is not something outside, something inside. We are not together.
Yes.
Why we are not together? Because we are disconnected from each other. We have to be connect with each other first. If we don't connect with ourselves, then anybody can govern us. You know, like when the voting comes in Australia, you have to vote. They punish you if you don't vote.
Yes. Fines.
They
Possibly
send
prison.
you a good punishment bill in your in your post box, you know, and you have to pay that.
Yes.
What is your crime? What is your fault? Not speeding. What is your fault? Not stealing. Your fault is you didn't went for vote. Because this is democracy. Democracy means choice. This is choice you have. You have to vote forcefully. Choice means if I don't want to vote, I should not force to vote either. That is my choice too. You know. So they dictate us because we let.
We allow it.
We don't want to, you know, protest. That now, change it. And I know 10 years after this rule will change. But why not today? Because we're sleeping. 20 years after, 30 years after, the date of Australia Day will change, I know. But today we are so stupid that we can't do it today. That will going to happen after 50 years.
Yes.
We take so long, you know.
Yeah. The change is gradual. Change is always gradual. I meet people that are wanting to begin this path, or possibly, they're already walking the path,
Yeah.
and they notice aspects of themselves falling away. Possibly they're no longer in a job. Maybe their sexual desires have changed, and people are fearful of, oh my God, am I losing myself?
Yeah.
But I have a question for you of what aspects of Ravi remain since attaining this awakened state.
Yes.
Do any aspects of the 16-year-old Ravi,
Yeah.
are any of them still here? Yeah, if you could answer that for us, would be
Yeah.
great.
Very good question. So I will answer this question by just mentioning about a beautiful story of a great master, great Zen master, Gokuju.
Gokuju.
So a young man came to Gokuju and he heard that Gokuju is a great master and he's enlightened. So, you know, he thought, let's go and see him. He came to Gokuju and he asked Gokuju, what change came in your life? Before you attain enlightenment, and after now you are enlightened, what change came in your life? Gokuju said, very, very strong change. My life changed upside down. Very big change came. So man become a bit interested that, yes, tell, what change came? He say, now when I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep. When I walk, I walk. When I talk, I talk. When I rest, I rest. When I work, I work. So he is surprised. Young man is surprised because he came with this, pseudo spiritual experience. He want to listen some pseudo spiritual, like maybe you will see extra colors. A enlightenment person, his kundalini awake. He's become more tantric sex. He's become more good, or this kind of things. But we are watching in the pseudo spiritual places nowadays, Rishikesh or Byron Bay. The same.
So no superpowers
So
came
yeah.
after the Enlightenment.
Oh, big superpower.
Very good.
Definitely. Big power comes. So the boy surprised that what? This is every other person do. Every other man do this. We eat when we eat. We drink when we drink. Gokuju looked at this man. Are you really eat when you eat? Are you really walk when you walk? When you walk, the earbuds are in your ears. You listening the, what do you call those things?
Oh,
Air-
AirPods?
Airpods.
But yeah, they're listening to the music
So
and the
AirPod
AirPods.
is there
Yes.
in your ears. You listening.
Yes.
Irony
Not,
is
not fully present in the walking.
it is irony that they're listening a podcast in the ear. So they listen.
Yeah.
So are you walking or are you listening? Or if a
Yes.
phone call come, they just put the phone on, walking and watching the phone.
Yes. Yeah.
So what are you doing? And when we eat, do we really eat? We watching AFL, we watching football,
Or we're thinking about what
or
we're going to
we
be doing after the
or
meal.
we thinking about, oh, the wine finish. You're not eating. When we going for work, are we really going for work? When we doing work, are we really doing work? We looking for the clock continuously, when the time will finish, when I will go back home. Is it called work? You are there or not? And then you say, I love this job. This is how you love. That you praying for a holiday. You are tired, you are burnt out.
So we're constantly living in the past or the future.
So what we're doing is, we don't do what we are doing. We don't speak what we are speaking. You know, we don't listen what we listen. After enlightenment, Gokuju said that I listen when I listen. When I listen, I only listen. When I talk, I only talk. When I eat, I only eat. A great awareness is there. That's it. And this awareness everyone have. But this awareness is so much alien to us that we don't feel ourselves worthy for this. You know, we don't have any self-worth. Otherwise, we will be very aware. Like a child is very aware. You know, we think the child don't understand. Child understand more than we understand. Child is aware. You know, we are not aware. We are taken very far away from our awareness. What we are now, we are very efficient. We are very, very active. You know, we are very, very smart. We are very, very efficient. But we are not aware. Enlightenment means awareness. There is nothing else will come. You will not see extra colors. But whatever you see will become colorful. When you see a sunrise, that sunrise will become new. Like Diogenes. Diogenes watches the sunrise every morning. People ask him, Diogenes, same sunrise you watch every morning. Diogenes said that you missed it. It is not the same sunrise. It is new.
Yes.
Every moment life is new. Every moment, every breath is new. Every moment, you know, everything you are doing is new. Everyone who coming to your path is new. You saw my friend is coming, but maybe today he is angry with you. Today he is your enemy. We don't see a person as new. A enemy is coming, maybe he is changed today, but we watch him from the same eyes of enemy. Maybe he is changed, maybe he is transformed. Maybe last night, you know, a big transformation happened to him. He is coming to you now. But you see him still. Oh, he is cunning. He is the enemy. Diogenes see everything new. To a Diogenes, a dog comes or Alexander comes, it's same. Dogs comes to Diogenes. Diogenes tell dogs that sit and meditate. Dogs look at the Diogenes. Alexander came, Diogenes asked, come and sit. Realize, sit here. Bliss is falling. Bliss is rising in the form of sun. Sit here.
Beautiful.
To the dog also. To Alexander also. Diogenes is only telling that come and sit. That's it. Don't have to do anything. You don't have to join a monastery. You don't have to become a monk. You don't have to change your name. You don't have to change anything. You just have to become aware. Alexander told Diogenes that Diogenes, if I would not be Alexander, I would love to be Diogenes. And Diogenes told him that again you missed. Be Alexander. Be who you are.
Be who you are.
That is. Be aware. Be aware. That's it.
And that's a beautiful message for people that are worried about losing parts of
That's
themselves.
it.
That
Well, you
they will
already
always-
lose.
They will always remain themselves.
You're not gonna lose the path. You already lost. Now you will gain.
Yes.
Because look at your life.
Yes.
Morning to evening, is there anything in your life which is celebration? Morning. From morning to evening, you mourn. At your home, you mourn. Then you go to work. At work, you mourn. When you drive, you mourn. You mourning. You already lost the plot.
Yes.
I am just making you think that you don't have to lose it. I am just making you think that you have it. It is taken away from you, but you have it. You still have it. You know, when you chop down a tree, after 1 year, there is a lot of bush around that trunk. It want to grow back again. So your tree has been chopped, I know, but give chance. More roots, more shoots will come out from the trunk. You will not even see the trunk because there is so much of bush
Beautiful.
will come around you. So you have that chance.
Yes.
So you will not lose yourself because you already lost. To lose, you need to have something.
Yeah.
You don't have anything. You lost. When you are at the age of 8, you lost.
I imagine for people that are, feel they have a good career, good family, these words might be very piercing or very harsh to say
Yes.
that they don't have anything. And yeah, what would you say for these people that they feel so fulfilled in their life? Do you still consider them to be lost?
I never meet a person who is fulfilled. Never meet.
Yes. That possibly segues into a question I was going to ask later on is you've met with students from all around the world, people
Yes.
wanting to learn yoga, learn meditation, seeking to find themselves. What have you noticed about people, or what have you learned from people all around the world?
Yeah. What I learned that they are in, one thing is common in them, that they are in great sorrow. Great sorrow. Means after your teenage, you are continuously in sorrow. Like as I see, people around the world think that teenagers are troubled. Teenager means trouble. No. I see a human mourning, that he is forced not to be remain human. A teenager is mourning. He is upset because he is losing the childhood, the age of awareness. He is losing. He have to lose it because he is insulted for it. And then he have to become, he's forced to become like his father, his grandfather. Oh, your grandfather is in the army. You should join army too. Your grandfather is so great. You should be great too. And then he saw his grandfather is suffering. He saw his father is suffering. Drink beer every day. Addicted. Fighting with his mother all the time.
But surely that's what we're told. Go to work, come home, drink beers, forget.
That's it. That's it. Or if pain goes too far, go to temple, go to church. Priest will tell you. In Hinduism, they say it's your karma. Your karma
Yeah, you're coming
is
to be
bad.
miserable in this life.
Yeah,
Yes.
because last life you did bad karma, to this life you have, bad fruits. In the church, priest will say, confess. So they give you these options, or go to a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist will listen to you, watching the clock. He is not interested in your talk. He is forced to be a psychologist, psychiatrist. He don't want to. His father forced him. That do something, get a job, do this course, and he become that psychiatrist. He want to do something else. He want to go live in a bush, but he forced. So he is listening. 1 hour clock tick, and he said, "The man go, take the appointment, come back next time." 1 hour he give you, and then you leave. So think one thing is common. I think one thing is common. People I met around the world from all walks of life, that they are not human. And if you want to know it more accurately, then from the incident of life of Diogenes, you will see. Diogenes is a great enlightened master. And one day in the broad daylight, he is He put his lamp on its highlight,
Yes.
and he's looking for something in the broad daylight.
He's got his kerosene lamp
Yeah,
fully on.
fully on, and he's people surprised that Diogenes, what are you looking for? And whatever you're looking, you don't need the lamp because sun is so bright. It is a bright day. It is after. It is the noon time. Sun is above the head. Diogenes said that, oh, I could not see it in the broad daylight, so I thought maybe my lamp, if I have, I can see it more better. I can find, because in the night time when I look for something, my lamp helps and I find things. So I thought to give it a go also. People say, what are you looking? He say, I'm looking for human. People laugh at Diogenes, that Diogenes, that's why we call you, that you are crazy. Looking for human. Look around. You are standing in the crossroad of Athens. In Athens, look around you. So many humans walking. He said, no, they are machines. They are mechanical. You were human. Now you are not human. Now you are a machine. In the teenage, you forced to become machine. That's why you revolt in teenage. You know, you did. You are very angry because you have to lose something so precious for something which is just a persona. You know. Then the teenager slowly become adult, then it become machine. More and more efficient, he become machine. Then he is no more a, a human, he just a machine. And the tragedy with machine is that machine never experienced awareness. So when you turn off the machine, it just turn off. But you have experienced the awareness in the first 8 years of your life. So when you come back from work to your home, you missed something. Although your job is finished, you come back home, you missed something. You can't sleep. You suffered from migraines. You suffered from restlessness. You suffered from anxiety. You suffered from, no sleep in the night. In the morning, you say, I love my job, I love my life. But no, you are suffering. It is your ego. Because there is no other way. Because the other way never been introduced to you. So you are, you have experienced the awareness, the bliss in the childhood, and you are not experiencing it anymore. So you can't just switch off. You become full of depression. Many times people become very depressed with the work.
Yes.
You know,
At the moment, I'd say there's a pandemic of anxiety and depression.
it is, yeah, it is,
Yes. A true pandemic. Yes.
and it is always there.
Yes.
Not only at the moment, it is always there. Because when you turned a human into machine, what else you expect? We have so much dysfunction today. Families are broken, dysfunctional. Childs are getting abused, not outside, in the family, by the family members. Outside we go out and we see, wow, perfect society, perfect house, but inside abused is happening. I'm not saying it. Read the statistics. So many kids have to go through the abuse.
Yeah, it's very high.
We
Percentage
don't
of-
want to talk about it. It's very uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because we think it is somewhere else is happening. It is happening in some another town. No, in your neighborhood, maybe in your own home. Maybe you are the victim, or maybe you are the abuser. My words are very harsh, but that's what I'm here for. I want you to think.
Master, since walking this path with you and developing my own sadhana, spiritual practice, meditating daily, I am experiencing such greater levels of awareness and bliss coming into my life at each moment. Not just when I, used to be getting high for that brief period, or, certain things would really excite me in that moment, but in all moments, feeling this great level of awareness, bliss, and enjoyment. What is your advice for people who want to walk this path, but they don't have access to someone who is enlightened, or to a master to help them, to help
Yeah.
guide them on
Beautiful.
this path?
So first thing which you know need is to first of all see, that I am not happy. You are actually, postponing. You are actually convinced, trying to convincing yourself that I have a house, I have a wife, I have children, I have secured job. So, you know, I should be happy. I'm happy. No, that doesn't matter at all what you have and what you don't have. You know, you don't have to, you know, think that you have ticked the boxes of the society, the boxes which given to you by the society, by the family, by the expectations. You think that, oh, you tick the boxes and you are now should be happy. No, it is not parameter of happiness. I see the child, in a mansion, a child from a mansion, from a rich, financially rich family, 4 year old, 5 year old child, and a child from a slum, from Mumbai, from India. And you put those childs together. One is wearing very good clothes, one is not wearing anything nice. 1 hour you leave them in a ground. After 1 hour come, they are playing together. They're developing, they're understanding each other, they are enjoying their companies.
Without judgment. Yes.
But if you put a man from slum and a rich man, financially rich man, if you put them together, they will hate each other. They are unhappy. Both are unhappy.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter what you have and what you don't have will decide you are happy or not. It is what in your inner self, what you are. Are you connected with your inner bliss? That will decide. That's why we drink alcohol, we do drugs, we do take drugs, we smoke, because we want to suppress that reasoning, that thinking, that why I'm not happy. I have everything, I tick all the boxes, why I'm not happy. So I just choose a easy way, just drugs, keep drinking, that's it. It will make you depressed, it will stop you from thinking. I'm telling openly, from the offices, if you remove coffee machines, if in a country, if they do this experiment, if they remove the coffee machines and tea machines from the offices, the economy of that country will go down. People are tired. People don't want to do it. Every second, hour, people want to drink coffee. Every second hour, people want to go out and smoke because they don't enjoying it.
Yes, and there's almost an expectation to be so fueled up on coffee that we become so efficient.
That's it.
We're working every moment of that hour. Yes.
Some people in the morning, they can't even start their day without coffee.
Yes.
Without coffee, their life is incomplete.
Yeah. And so what are some ways that people can start to connect to themselves, to come back and really remember who they are?
Only thing is recognize your ego. Your ego is very strong. This ego you have developed, from your teenage, you start developing this ego for your protection. And it's very, very useful in that time to protect you from abused, to protect you from, you know, commit suicide. This ego protect you from being hurt. But now you don't have to keep carrying this heavy shell of ego.
So are you saying that the ego is created by us
That's it.
to protect our true self?
That's it.
Okay, interesting.
You want to protect because you at any cost want to protect your bliss.
Yes.
Although you when you create that big shell, you also remain outside. You know, this ego becomes a barrier between even you and your bliss.
We become our ego.
That's it.
Yeah. it's our
So
whole identity.
ego-centric we become.
Yes.
So as a diagram, I saw ego as the diameter and your true self as the radius.
Yes.
So more and more, you know, you are going away from the radius.
Yes.
Diameter is increasing, and you are stuck in the diameter of ego.
Yeah, almost like a circumference.
That's it.
The circumference
Yeah.
around the. Okay. Yes.
And it's developing more and more. So maybe my words will reach to you, but depending how far you are from your true self, from your radius. If your diameter is too far, then my words will maybe reach to you, but you can't hear properly.
Oh,
Although we're using best quality of microphones, but maybe it will not reach. And if you are close to your radius, if diameter is not too far yet,
Yes.
then you can listen to them more clear.
Yes.
And if you are really close to your radius, then next moment you will say that that's enough for this stupid life. I will now progress. I will now work. I will gain back my true self. So it depends. Although we try to use the good instrument.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to share with the people that are listening or that are watching?
Only thing I want to say, जाग सके तो जाग. Awake if you can.
Awake if you can.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's my entire message in a nutshell. Awake. If you can awake, awake. Don't continue this misery. It's not serving you. If it is serving you, I would not come and speak. But I know it is not serving you. That's why I came and I speak. So awake if you can. Great Master Kabira once said these words, जाग सके तो जाग. Awake if you can.
Master, shall we close with 3 ohms?
Yes.
Very good.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Namaste.
Namaste.
जाग सके तो जाग.
Jag, Sageto, Jag.